This is where it all happened. May 27th, 2 days after the killing of George Floyd, the auto zone, which is right here, burned to the ground. That was August of 2020. I was standing right here in this spot with a torched police precinct over one shoulder and the burned down auto zone over the other. It was just 10 weeks after the George Floyd riots that destroyed so much of this area. I decided to come back every summer to find out what's changing. Is the crime getting better or getting worse? Is there a police presence here that's trusted? And what about this third police precinct that was burned down during the riots? Does it remain a monument to anarchy? We decided to talk to a number of people in different walks of life. What do they think? Thoughts looking at the old 3rd Police Precinct building 3 years after the riots?
It brings back a lot of bad memories for certainly myself, but also obviously the police officers that once worked out of this facility. So it's just sad to see here we are 3 years later and literally nothing has changed.
Scott Gerlicher is a retired Minneapolis police officer. He was one of the commanders who led the police response after George Floyd's death.
The last 2 years really have been off the hook as it relates to violent crime in Minneapolis. And there have been signs of progress in some areas and some anti-violence initiatives. But having said that, crime certainly still is high, and anytime you have over 400 fewer officers than you had before, it really is difficult to get a handle on street crime.
It doesn't look like there is going to be a police precinct in this actual area that suffered so much after the Floyd riots. The activists, I think, believe that's a surrender by the police or the city council. They consider it a victory.
Oh, I totally agree. I think the activists and some of the city council members who are also activists themselves consider it a victory not to have police in the precinct, because some of the city council don't want police to begin with. Their agenda is to eliminate the police. Their agenda is to disrupt law and order. They thrive on that. The residents, however, if you talk to the residents, I'm sure you have, they really want to see the police in their own community.
It's been a tough couple of years.
Mark Welna is the owner of Welna Ace Hardware, and it's a business that's been in his family for 70 years. But life here isn't easy. It's getting harder. Crime, and frankly, a lack of political leadership doesn't help. I noticed you blocked off some of the aisles. Why is that?
We have to help people down those aisles because we just had too much theft. Because in the tool area, you know, a lot of the thieves that are breaking into houses around here, they can't even buy the tools of their trade. They have to steal the crowbars and screwdrivers. We've had propane tanks that you exchange for your grills. We had all 18 of them stolen one night.
Homeless encampments have been a problem across this part of the city. How has that impacted the running of this family business?
There's a lot of trash, a lot of needles all over our neighborhood. Like one of the young men that cuts the lawn in the neighborhood. In most neighborhoods, you pick up the sticks and twigs before you cut the lawn. He had to pick up 20 needles that were in his yard.
We had the encampments and stuff like that. I'm less than half a block away from some of the stuff, so I had to pick up stuff. I had here unnecessary things that shouldn't have to happen.
Tony Williams grew up in this area, and he's noticed a lot of changes.
Like when we grew up, we had every race around this neighborhood. We had natives, black, white, Hispanic, Hmong, Jamaican. We had it all together. We hang out at every other spot, every house. We was all together all the time. Something has changed. I don't know what happened, but something did happen.
Some of the folks we talked to are really trying to make a difference in the community and saw real reason for optimism. But then there were others who are longtime residents who see the fault not only with city officials and political leadership, but with the community itself.
We as the African-American community got to wake up, okay? We got to wake up and be more aware, because everybody that say they are for us is not for us. You have people like Al Sharpton lying in their pockets. Every time somebody get killed, he fly in town. We got to be more wise and see who do we vote for. It's not about Democrat or Republican. We got to read the issues and study the issues and say, has anything changed? Our quality of life. Ain't nothing changed since I've been up here. It's sad to say you have more African-American churches too that let people down too. You know, they always want to say it's the white man's fault. It's the white man's fault. How about we say sometimes it's the black man's fault? This is our community. Ain't no white folks coming in our community putting trash. Ain't no white community coming up in our community killing. It's us killing each other. It's called black on black crime. It's black on black crime. And it's a shame we're pumping all this money. This country is pumping all this money into trying to get the African American community back on track. It's not happening. Where's the money going? We still got potholes over here. Where's the money going? Look at this. If you come back next year, this city will still look the same. All across Chicago, San Francisco, and all over. It's not only in Minneapolis, it's all over. It's like a wave.
Well, we like to get out of the studio and talk to real people. We learn a lot when we do that. America's a great place, and it deserves great leadership.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.